Okay, in the inside ends of this car, I've added some of the 20,000 steel rod, same as I did for the door. I drilled a hole through the end here, and I cut the rod so it goes about from the middle of this to just a little bit into this piece here. And now my drill bit isn't long enough to reach into this back piece here. So what I've done is I've cut a few pieces of rod here. I've already blackened them. Typically I'd blacken them after I do what I'm about to do here, but so I can keep moving on here, I've already pre-blackened them. And I take my Dremel, that same cutoff disc, and what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to sharpen one end to a point like a little spear. So I'm going to turn this on. And I just hold it to the wheel and I just roll it with my fingers. Basically making a little spear. Just do that on one end. So now I've got two little spears here that are sharpened on one end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole with my Dremel, and I've measured the distance, that being about 0.358 maybe. Hook one end on here, and I'm just going to dimple a little hole in the middle of that, halfway on that end beam on both sides. So I got a little dimple in there, and I'm just going to drill right through that first board. Okay, so I've drilled my two holes through that end, and I'm going to stick it in there, stick this piece of wire in, pointy end in first, right through one of those holes. I'm going to slide it all the way back until it just touches the bolster, and then I'm just going to look at it and make sure, see now mine's tipped up a little bit. I'm going to kind of eyeball level it here to that next board, and just make sure it's about square. And then I just grab it with my with a set of pliers, and I just push that point into that basswood. It'll just push right in there. And so I'll do that all the way around the car. And then what I do to see it to in the end there is I take one of those number 23 nut bolt washer castings, and I cut the shank pretty short on it here. I'm actually holding onto the shank with my tweezers here, and I'm grabbing the head of that bolt with my sprue nipper here, just like that. A little bit of the gel glue, and I just stick it in the hole that rod just went through there, and that'll help. And that becomes the reinforcing rod with the big washer on the end, and that appears to go all the way through the car there. So you do that on all four sides, and you end up looking like that.